news dropped today. Might have been, was it this morning or like late yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Uh, so YouTube boxer Jake Paul is now fighting. And guys, we're going to get into the mix with boxing. So we're not just going to stay with the silly YouTube boxing. But YouTube boxer Jake Paul is now being matched up against Mike Tyson. So I saw that. I had to repost it, and I put insanity on my Instagram story.
This man must have a death wish, man. Listen, I'm not a big Jake Paul fan, and he's earned my respect. I'm not even gonna lie. When he first came out, he was a YouTuber. He was talking about boxing, and I was just like, all right, somebody real quick is gonna knock him out. So he was fighting the MMA fighters. You know, he fought Ben Askren. I was surprised when he beat Anderson Silva, and he beat Nate Diaz.
Bro, that's crazy. I forgot he beat Anderson Silva. That was, I mean, what the hell?
See, that's when I started looking at him differently. I have a homeboy, and he was like, "Man, look at what he's doing for boxing. He's got skills." And I was just like, "He looks like a beginner, and he's okay." You know what I mean? So expecting that run to be short, but when he got through Anderson Silva, and then he started beating Nate Diaz, because Nate Diaz is a boxer for MMA. So when he got through those two, I was like, all right, he's kind of serious. He's kind of serious.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean, he beat Askren. He knocked the hell out of Askren. Then the Tyron Woodley, which people are speculating that it was like he dove on that one, but I don't know, man. What is your honest opinion? Do you think these guys are taking L's for the money, or?
I can see it. I'm not gonna lie. I think Tyrone. This is why I say I respect Jake Paul. If you look at his skills and how they've increased, I can literally see him beating Askren, knocking Askren out. I could see him beating Tyrone Woodley. He's an athlete. You know what I mean? So
all right. So him and his brothers wrestled, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they wrestled, and he's putting in the work. It's not like he's just playing around, just training himself. He got Jadion Love, whatever his name is, and he was on the first contender, and he got serious training, and he's putting in the work. So when you watch him, you literally see him getting better and better each time. So yeah, MMA fighters, yeah, some of them got hands. No disrespect to anybody, but now it's time. He's in a boxing realm where we need to see him like test himself against a good boxer.
So it's crazy. So specifically with the MMA fighters, I'm trying to think of a good metaphor, but you box, you learn to box in MMA. However, the sport of boxing is completely different. I mean, you're attacking different angles, like you're blocking with your gloves. It's vastly different. I mean, you're working some of the same angles, techniques, feints, jabs to set up your hook and whatnot, but it's such a different game. And I feel like a lot of these MMA fighters come in here and just think, oh yeah, I'm gonna knock his ass out. Or maybe they're just talking crap for the money. Oh, I'm gonna knock his ass out. But Jake Paul, and then another thing is it's like once you learn something one way, it's hard to learn it another way. These guys learn hands specifically for MMA fighting, or if they did like Muay Thai or whatever first. Jake Paul is going out here getting these boxing trainers to specifically start learning boxing primarily,
This is the thing. It's like the best way I could describe it is somebody, not to bridge it together, is they're talking about the Flash and Superman.
Okay.
The Flash has to be better because that's his only power.
Right.
Make him faster than the Flash. That's the Flash's specialty. Whereas MMA guys, they do the jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, the boxing, the Muay Thai. Boxers, we just work on our hands. So it's everything with our hands is you know what I'm saying? We have to master it to the utmost degree. And that's why, and again, no disrespect to MMA fighters, but a boxer in a boxing match should win because he's looking at every angle. He's training every ounce of footwork specifically.
And every ounce specifically for that, think of it's like the MMA fighters' footwork could be overcompensating because they're used to kicks or they're doing feints and level changing to avoid shots and kicks and whatnot, leg kicks, teeps and whatnot. But boxing is specifically for hands. And then another thing, the ring. You're fighting in a boxing ring with ropes versus an octagon with the cage.
Yeah, it's a different world. Like if you ever spar as a boxer, if you ever spar like a kickboxer, you're used to slipping and dropping down, and they're not, or a Muay Thai fighter, they're not gonna slip because you drop, they're gonna knee you in the face. So they're like, you crazy, like what are you doing? So it's a different rule set and it's a different game. So with the boxers, for Jake Paul to be a pure boxer, he's bringing them into his world. He's saying, all right, I'm taking all your skill, not all your skills away, but like, 45% of your skills away. Let's do this my way. You know what I mean? So of course he's going to have an advantage doing that because they used to a whole range. Like if they said let's fight out in the street, they would knock him out in a second.
Right.
He's being specific. So yeah, he's gonna beat up Ben Askren or Tyrone Woodley because that's not their full games. That's not their full capacity.
So, but now it's specific. He is going against a legendary Iron Mike. I can't even get it out of my mouth. He's going against Iron Mike. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna get ready for this job. This is how I'm gonna watch the fight.
So, all right, he's dealing with Mike Tyson here. I mean, we don't have to go over Mike Tyson's resume and what he's been capable of, but we're talking about a 57-year-old Mike Tyson. How much of a game changer or difference do you think that is in this? You don't really?
The reason I say that is if you look at Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. in his all these years, and there's a big weight difference between Mike and Roy, but Roy Jones, throughout his 46, whatever, he was still winning a lot of fights. No, it wasn't the elite level, but I would say some of the boxers he's boxing was better than Jake Paul skill-wise. He went against Mike Tyson, and he was uncomfortable, to say the least. Mike, there's just something that's in him. You know what I'm saying? All those years of training, what he forgot is more than what Jake Paul is getting. You know what I mean? So,
damn.
Yeah.
Steve.
If you just look at him hitting the mitts and hitting the mat, hitting the bag, there's so much power behind it. And it's just how he fights, that Customato peekaboo style, bro. You not like it hurts. Like a dude hits you in it, and it hurts. And even at his age, it's instinct. You know what I mean? So if he loses, this is my take, bro. This is my take.
Okay.
He took a dive. If Mike Tyson loses, he took a dive.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, bro. If Mike loses this fight, I do think it's set up, and to what degree? So you're looking at a guy, 57 years old, who's been hit in the head. That the CTE has been a big problem with, or a big thing with combat athletes and contact sports in general. I don't see Mike Tyson taking headshots for money, especially at the age of 57. You know what I mean? That's my thing behind it. So that's why I'm thinking it's not really like a setup kind of fight.
I just see Mike Tyson. There was like if you ever talk to boxers, there was a point where everybody's like, well, somebody just please step up and knock this dude out. And I think Mike Tyson was the one. They mentioned Jake Paul mentioned his name. I don't know how it came to be, but he's like, "Yeah, I'll knock him out. I'll do it." Like, and I think that's what's going on. Mike was just like, "I'll beat him one." I don't think it's a money thing.
Nah, you gotta. No, it's definitely not a money thing. Hold on. All right. So yeah, then that's another thing. So you look at the MMA fighters. You get paid handsomely, especially the top guys like Tyron, Diaz, and whatnot. These guys are making maybe $1 million, $2 million, to the least $500K a fight just because of their name and how long they've been in the game. And they fight against Jake, and that's primarily the reason they want to fight Jake Paul. They want the hefty payday. Mike Tyson's not worried about that hefty payday, bro.
I mean, I think hopefully listen, Mike Tyson is a favorite to many in my generation. Like there's so many people in my generation that love Mike because he was the destroyer. So if Jake Paul, the Disney YouTuber, knocks this man out or wins, I have to stop boxing.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna do croquet. I think I'm gonna start knitting or something, man. Like this is it'd be too much for my little heart to handle, bro.
a little hard. Ain't nothing, y'all. Ain't nothing little about this guy, man.
Bruh. But nah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. It's just another chance, and then realistically, it's another chance to see Mike fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's another reason that I would actually watch the fight, just so I can get another glimpse of him doing something. So, you know,
That's pretty dope. All right, all right. So I'm pretty sure Mike's been training hard. I mean, you see videos. I mean, highlight videos are one thing. You know, they don't tell the whole story. So, however, in his